Hey, welcome back to another video. In this one, I wanted to bring you up to speed on my shop. Hey, welcome back to another video. So in this one, I wanted to give you the story of my shop. How I went about it, how long it took, some of the things I learned along the way, and maybe some things I might change. I know I had a lot of questions when I was first trying to find this, and the internet has got a lot of ways of confusing you. There's so many different people with so many different stories, and you know, built in different parts of the country for different prices. So trying to find accurate information is kind of tough out there. So I will give you at least my story, so if your circumstances are similar, you could then apply that to your situation. So what do we have here? This is a 30 by 30 12-foot tall shop, metal building. It was constructed in 2021, and it has 12-foot side legs as well as 4 windows. All right, so knowing some of the stats of the building, you have to kind of figure out how to do this in stages. So first thing you have to do is check with your local municipality, figure out if you need permits to do a structure. Depending on your area and the size of your building, you may need those. So once you've cleared that hurdle and either gotten the approval or decided to go rogue or whatever it is that you're doing, you can start with construction. Now, some of the companies will do the building separate, and some do building and the concrete together. In my circumstance, those were 2 separate companies. So first I decided on the design of my building, and for me that was American Steel Carports, and I went onto their website and met with one of their distributors and was able to kind of figure out what I wanted. Now, once I had decided on the design of my building, the width, the height, the legs, the full design of how many doors and how many windows and what size entry doors and how many man doors, I was able to then put a down payment on and get engineered drawings. Once I had the drawings, that let me know how big my concrete pad needed to be, and then I just searched locally to find a concrete installer. Depending on the thickness of your pad, for me, I'm using it just for basic automotive repair, and I chose to go with a 4-inch thick pad. If you had dreams of putting a lift in, or you had something very heavy, you might look at 6-inch. So once I had the pad poured, I got back with the building company and let them know that my site was ready. This was in October of 2020. I had the pad put in, and in January of 2021 we scheduled the construction for February of 2021 for the building itself. It's actually pretty amazing. A crew of 3 guys, a pickup truck and a trailer, all the framing, all the metal, all showed up about 6 a.m. and they were out of here by 5 p.m. all on the same day and put up this entire building. So what kind of things did I do different? Well, I guess, what kind of options did I get? So your standard building comes with a single color. I chose to upgrade to a 2-tone, and I chose those 2 tones of gray. The building also originally comes with 8-inch tall, or 8-foot tall doors by 8 foot wide. You know, vehicles as wide as my Suburban would pretty much have the mirrors touching. So I chose to go and upgrade to 10-foot tall doors, 10 foot wide. The building does not come with windows. I chose to have 4 windows. I think those are about $300 a piece. I don't remember the price on the door upgrade. But also I paid extra because I live in Michigan and the trusses had to be a certain height or a certain thickness. Now the building originally comes at 9 foot tall, but again, you can pay for an upgrade, and in this case, I paid for 12-foot tall walls. Under the center trusses, I believe it's right at 14 foot, and should I ever decide to put in a lift, if I ever get to that point, I believe I would be able to get this Suburban up in the air and walk underneath it. So when you're deciding what type or what dimensions you should get, you know, you have to look at your purpose. So for me, I like working on cars, you know, doing some bolt-on stuff, lift kits, you know, just regular maintenance. So for me, this is based around automotive stuff. So I chose 30 by 30 with 30 foot deep so that I can park vehicles as big as this thing in here. Now, right now it's got, well, 4 or 5 feet behind it. But I've also got enough space at the front for toolboxes and to work around. So if you're looking for automotive, I would guess that you would need at least 30 foot deep. That way you've just got a little bit of maneuverability. Now, as far as your width, I went 30 foot wide, essentially being 2 bays. Now you could go 24 foot wide like your standard automotive garage, but that's not going to give you a whole lot of room in between the two. I wanted to be able to park 2 vehicles in here, and usually my Jeep's also in here. It's out at a buddy's right now. We're doing some work on it. 2 vehicles in here, and then have enough room for stuff on the side for storage. I also wanted to have the height so that in the end, if I do want to do a loft at the back, I can. So what are the pros to this type of building? One, it went up quick. Like I said, one day. I think it was all of 2.5, 3 months from when I made my first call to when this thing was completed. So that's huge. In today's market, you might just be waiting for contractors all the time. So I wanted to have something now, and American Steel Carports was able to make that happen. So here's the other part that's pretty decent about metal buildings is the price. When I purchased this in 2021, it was just over $20,000 out the door. Concrete separately was just over $8,000, so I've got less than $30,000 into this, which is a lot of money, but if you've priced out pole barns or stick-built buildings, those are going to be quite a bit more expensive, maybe 20%, as well as who knows on timeline. So downsides of metal buildings, a little bit louder inside, a little bit more hollow feeling. This one is not insulated. In order to insulate it, your best option is going to be spray foam, which is not cheap. I think the most recent quote I got was right around $5,000. So that's a fair amount of money to insulate a building. Another downside would be the doors that come with it. To me, they're fine, but look at them. They're just roll-up doors. They're loud. In my case, they have sealed just fine, but you gotta put your foot on them and hit the lock outside to actually have them go down all the way. But one nice thing about that door is that it doesn't come up into the building. It all stays right there. So if you had something up on a lift and you wanted to open your door, you don't have to worry about that. So, but as far as I know, you can't adapt power doors to this style door. So every time you want to put a vehicle in here, you have to stop, get out of the vehicle, open the door, get back in the vehicle, drive in, get back out of the vehicle, close the door. Another downside, this door, I feel like it's the same door that I see on every mobile home. And sorry if you live in a mobile home, but overall for a residential garage, basically I find this to be a really good setup. It's something that I can upgrade over time if I want. With exposed framing, it makes it easy to run electrical, easy to run and hang lights if you wanted to up there. The price was reasonable. The install process was really painless. Overall, it really seemed to work out well for me. So if you are trying to put something in quickly, reasonably priced, this could be a really good option for you. So there you have it. That's my thoughts on my automotive shop building, outbuilding, metal pole building, whatever you want to call it. But thanks y'all for watching so much. Really appreciate it. Hope y'all have a good one. Oh, and if you can't tell, I'm new at all of this stuff. And being someone that works in the field, technology is not right at the grasp of my fingers. But I don't need you to like or any of that stuff, but if you would leave a comment, just lets me know what I should be doing, what I could be doing better, and what you'd like to see. I've got a few cool things out here. I've got my old 53 Ford Golden Jubilee, little trailer. Heck, even my little daily driver Suzuki, some people think is cool, most don't. But let me know what you want to see. All right, thanks again. Take care. Bye.